They called him Jesus. He came to love, heal and forgive. He lived and died to buy my pardon. An empty grave is there to prove my Savior lives. Because He lives, I can face tomorrow. Because He lives, all fear is gone. Because I know who holds the future, and life is worth the living just because He lives.
Well, this is most definitely going to be a different change. Oh, it looks kind of dark. Maybe I need to turn the light on. I can see. I'm going to read Numbers 11, 12, and 13. Okay? So, here we go with that. And when the people complained, it displeased the Lord. And the Lord heard it, and His anger was kindled. And the fire of the Lord burnt among them, and consumed them, that they were in the uttermost part of the camp. And the people cried unto Moses. And when Moses prayed unto the Lord, the fire was quenched. Wow. I'm too dark. Y'all can't see me good. Alright. 3. And he called the name of the place Tabirshah, because the fire of the Lord burnt among them, and the maximum multitude that was among them fell a lusting, and the children of Israel also wept again, and said, Who shall give us flesh to eat? We remember the fish which we did eat in Egypt freely, the cucumbers, and the melons, and the leeks, and the onions, and the garlic. But now our soul is dried away. There is nothing at all besides this manna before our eyes. And the manna was as considered seed, coriander seed, and the color thereof was the color of bdellium. I think that's a whitish color. Alright, and the people went about and gathered it, and ground it in mills, and beat it in mortar, and baked it in pans, and made cakes of it. And the taste of it was as the taste of fresh oil. And when the dew fell upon the camp in the night, the manna fell upon it. Then Moses heard the people weep throughout their families, every man in the door of his tent, and the anger of the Lord was kindled greatly. Moses also was displeased. And Moses said unto the Lord, Wherefore hast thou afflicted my servant? And wherefore have I not found favor in thy sight, that thou layest the burden of all this people upon me? Have I conceived all these people? Have I begotten them, that thou shouldest say unto me, Carry them in thy bosom, as a nursing father breatheth the suckling child unto the lamb which thou swarest unto their fathers? Hence should I have flesh to give unto all these people? For they weep unto me, saying, Give us flesh, that we may eat. I am not able to bear all these people alone, because it is too heavy for me. And if thou deal thus with me, kill me, I pray thee, out of thy hand, if I have found favor in thy sight. And let me not see my wretchedness. I don't know. I think they were a bunch of spoiled people. I'm going to turn this overhead light on so y'all can see it a whole lot better. I'm so dark in there. I don't turn this light on now unless I have to. Uh-oh, I just moved on something. Okay, it's a little better, but still dark. Anyway, 16. And the Lord said to Moses, gather unto me 70 men of the elders of Israel, whom thou knowest to be the elders of the people, and offer over them, of officers over them, and bring them unto the tabernacle, the congregation, that they may stand there with thee. And I will come down and talk with thee there. And I will make of a spirit which is upon thee, and I will put it upon them, and they shall hear the burden of the people with thee, that thou bear it not thyself alone. And say thou unto the people, sanctify yourself against tomorrow, and ye shall eat flesh, for ye have wept in the ears of the Lord, saying, who shall give us flesh to eat? For it was well with us in the Egypt. Therefore the Lord will give you flesh, and you shall eat. Well, and you shall not eat 1 day, nor 2 days, nor 5 days, neither 10 days, nor 20 days, but even a whole month, until it come out your nostrils, and it be lonesome unto you, because that ye have despised the Lord which is among you, and have wept before him, saying, why come we forth out of Egypt? And Moses said, the people among whom I am are 600,000 footmen, and thou hast said, I will give them flesh, that they may eat a whole month. Shall the flock and the herds be slain for them, to suffer them? Or shall all the flesh of the sea be gathered together for them, to sanctify them? Now, my thought is, I thought that when they sacrificed, everybody got a little bit of it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought, but I guess not. Because why are they hauling for flesh whenever they got all kinds of sacrifices there? You know, that I don't know. 22. Shall the flock and the herd be slain for them, to suffer them, or shall the fish of the sea be gathered together for them, to sacrifice them? And the Lord said unto Moses, is the Lord's hand waxed short? Thou shalt see now whether my word shall come to pass unto thee or not. And Moses went out and told the people the words of the Lord, and gathered the 70 men of the elders of the people, and set them around about the tabernacle. And the Lord came down in a cloud, and spoke unto him, and took of the spirit that was upon him, and gave it unto the 70 elders. And it came to pass that when the Spirit rested upon them, they prophesied and did not cease. In other words, they were telling the people what needed to be said, really. I mean, that's the way I would see it. But there remained 2 of the men in the camp, and the name of one was Eldad, and the name of the other Medad. And the Spirit rested upon them, and they were of them that were written, but went not out into the tabernacle. They prophesied in the camp. So there was 2 that were out there that they prophesied in the camp, and the rest of them prophesied in the temple. And there ran a young man and told Moses and said, Eldad and Medad do prophesy in the camp. And Joseph the son of Nun, The servant of Moses, one of his young men, answered and said, My lord Moses, forbid them. And Moses said unto him, Evilest thou for my sake? Would God that all the Lord's people were prophets, and that the Lord will put his spirit upon them. And the Lord got, and Moses got him into the camp, and the elders of Israel. And there they went forth a wind from the Lord, and brought quail from the sea, and let them fall by the camp, as it were a day's journey on this side, and it was a day's journey on the other side, around about the camp, and as it were 2 cubits high upon the face of the earth. Man, that's a lot of quail. And the people stood up all that day, and all that night, and all the next day, and they gathered the quail. He that gathered least gathered 10 homers, and they spread them all abroad for themselves around about the camp. And while the flesh was yet between their teeth, ere it was chewing, the wrath of the Lord was kindled against the people, and the Lord smote the people with a heavy, great plague. Oh, now I don't understand that. First he says he's going to give it to them, and then he puts a plague on them. He says, I'm going to give it to you for a month. Alright. I mean, when I first read the Bible, none of this really entered the brain. I read it, and I could kind of understand at a baby's level. Now that I've got a little bit more in me, and I'm not understanding it. Alright. Maybe it'll come to me and hit me, and then I will know. But I'm going to continue on. 34. And he called the name of that place Kibroth Hattaavah, because there they buried the people that lust. Oh, it was the people that lust. Okay. So if you lust after the world, you're in trouble. But if you lust after God, you're alright. And I'm talking about the Creator God, not any God. The Creator Father God. 35. And the people journeyed from Kibroth Hattaavah unto Hazeroth, and abode at Hazeroth. I'm butchering the names, I know. Alright, now we are on 12. And Miriam and Aaron spoke against Moses because the Ethiopian woman whom he had married, for she had married an Ethiopian woman. Moses married an Ethiopian woman. That coffee toast is good. And they said, Hath the Lord indeed spoke only by Moses? Hath he not spoken also by us? And the Lord heareth it? Now the man Moses was very meek above all the men which were upon the face of the earth. And the Lord spoke suddenly unto Moses, and unto Aaron, and unto Miriam, Come out ye, thee unto the tabernacle of the congregation, and they three came out. And the Lord came down in a pillar of a cloud, and stood in the door of the tabernacle, and called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth. And he said, Hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Lord, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream. My servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all mine house. With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently not in dark speeches. And the similitude of the Lord shall be behold. Wherefore, then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant? And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became a leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not this sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. Let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed, when he cometh out of his mother's womb. And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, Heal her now, O God, I beseech thee. Now, when I first started reading this beseeched word, I didn't know what it meant. And boy, I tell you what, I thought maybe beseech meant go away. You know, like plague go away. But no, I learned different. It's like, Mom, I beseech thee, come here, Mom. Come help me, you know. All right, 14. And the Lord said unto Moses, If her father had put spit in her face, should she not be ashamed 7 days? Let her be shut out of the camp 7 days, and after that let her be received in again. And Miriam was shut out from the camp 7 days, and the people sojourned not till Miriam was brought in again. And afterwards the people were moved from Hazeroth and pitched in the wilderness of Paran. 13. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, Send thou men, that they may search the land of Canaan, which I gave unto the children of Israel. Of every tribe of their fathers shall ye send a man, every one a ruler among them. And Moses, by the commandment of the Lord, sent them from the wilderness of Paran. All those men were heads of the children of Israel, and these were their names. The tribe of Reuben. Now I'm just going to go through part of it because I cannot. Okay. The tribe of Reuben. We have 2 other names. The tribe of Simeon, 2 other names. The tribe of Judah, 2 other names. The tribe of Ashkar, 2 other names. The tribe of Ephraim, 2 other names. The tribe of Benjamin. All right, now this is the way it's being said. Pidai and of Rabu. And the tribe of Zebulun. And the tribe of Joseph. And the tribe of Manasseh. And the tribe of Dan. And the tribe of Asher. The tribe of Naphtali. The tribe of Gad. All right, now they also have 2 other names underneath them. And these are the name of the men of Moses that sent to spy out the land. And Moses called Oshea, the son of Nun, Joshua. And Moses sent them to spy out the land of Canaan, and called unto them, Get you up this way southward, and go up into the mountain, and see the land, what it is, and the people that dwell therein, whether they be strong or weak, or few and many, and that the land is that dwell in, whether it be good or bad, and what cities they be that dwell in, whether in tents or in strongholds, and what the land is, whether it be fat or lean, whether there be wood therein or not. And be ye of good courage, and bring of the fruit of the land. And the time was the time of the first ripe grapes. So they went up and searched the land, from the wilderness of Zin unto Rehob, as men came to Hamath, And they ascended by the south, and came into Hebron, where a Hyman, Shahai, and Tamai, the children of Anak, were. Now Hebron was built 7 years before Zion in Egypt. And they came into the brook of Eshcol, and cut down from thence a branch with one cluster of grapes, that they were it between two upon a staff. And they brought of the pomegranates and of the figs, and placed was called the brook Eshcol, because of the cluster of grapes which the children of Israel cut down from thence. And they returned from searching the land after 40 days. So they went in there and spent 40 days, and they brought some grapes back, and pomegranates and figs. You hear the story talk about they bring out the grapes, but you don't hear them say, hey, they also brought pomegranates, and figs. Okay, so now you know when they talk about them carrying the grapes out, you say, yeah, they also had pomegranates and grapes. Alright, 26. And they went and came to Moses and to Aaron and to all the congregation of the children of Israel, and to the wilderness of Paran, to Kadesh, and brought back words unto them, and to all the congregation, and showed them the fruit of the land. And they told him, and said, we came into the land whither thou sentest us, and surely it floweth with milk and honey. And this is the fruit of it. Nevertheless, the people be strong that dwell in the land, and his cities are walled and very great. And moreover, he saw the children of Anak there, and the Amalekites dwelled in the land of the south, and the Hittites, and the Jebusites, and the Amorites dwelt in the mountains, and the Canaanites dwelled by the sea, and by the coast of Jordan. And Caleb stilled the people for Moses, and said, let us go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome it. But the men that went up with him, we be not able to go up against the people, for they were strangers, stronger than we. And they brought up an evil report of the land, which had searched unto the children of Israel, saying, the land, though which we have gone to search it, is a land that eateth up the inhabitation thereof, and all the people we saw in it are men of great stature. Alright, they are saying that those people were giants. They were giants there. And they're like, hey man, they are way taller than us, you know. Alright, last verse 33. And there we saw the giants, the son of Anak, which came of the giants, and we were in their sight as grasshoppers, and we were in their sight. So they were small like grasshoppers. Well, I would have, let's trust in the Lord. Let's give the Lord a chance. Alrighty, I will see you guys later. And I hope you enjoyed it.